We're leaving the beach we were on this morning, and we're going to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun's going down, nice and cool. So I'm going to set sail. I don't know where for, but it's a lot easier to sail in the afternoon than in the middle of the day. I've got the jib and a reef in the main because there's a little bit of wind, but I just don't want to be overpressed. We've got got the tide with us, and that's Burning Point on Shore Island. You can look that up on Google. And we're probably going to Thomas Island, which is the next island round. So Burning Point on Google Maps. There's one charter boat anchored in here. It's called Burning Point, and he'll have a comfortable night in there tonight. Yeah, we're sailing on at 4.8 knots at the moment, and when we get round the corner we'll be going a bit quicker. But yeah, I've had a nice restful day anyway. After the walk on the beach, it took me till 11 o'clock, and quite successful. We saw a few stingrays, which you'll see in the movie a bit earlier on, I expect. That's Burning Point on the end of Shore Island. This is still Shore Island here as well. It's just a big horseshoe. Yeah, they've lit this rock now on the end of Shore Island, and about time. And round the corner you can just see coming in is Thomas, but I'm not going to go there today. I don't want to have to tack, so we're going to carry on down to Goldsmith or on to Brampton, depending on how fast the tide takes me and the wind. Oh, there you go. I hope that's just the wind around the end of this island. This is the northern side of Shore Island. That there is Thomas Island. But both anchorages are a bit iffy today, so this is the southern anchorage you could go in, can't go in, and the northern anchorage there's nobody in, so it's probably a bit of swell round there, a little bit. So I don't think I want to go in the northern anchorage when they say it's coming from the north, even though it's coming from the southeast at the moment. Heading along here to Goldsmith. I don't know if we're going to stop there or carry on to or Carlisle Island's the big one right in front. Yeah, it's a shame. I was tying the anchor on just now and bloody lost my favourite hat. So you won't be seeing my my Mackay boat brokerage hat again. That's gone over the side. I carried on tying the anchor and then went back to see if I could find it, but no, I couldn't. I thought there was a good chance, but it's probably sunk. Yeah, I'm in my full sun attire at the moment, which is a pair of sailing gloves, long sleeve shirt, and bought me several pants from Big W on the way back, because my jeans, they just disintegrated just as I got to Airlie Beach. They've only been lasted a year, they're just jeans. Bloody UV must have got to them and that was it. So it's getting a bit hot now on the way back in October, so you'll see more of me with all my gear on now to try and stay sun safe. Well, we're going in between Goldsmith and Carlisle. Carlisle's the big thing and Goldsmith's the one over there. Anyway, we're running out of wind now. I'm going to put the engine on. I need to push on. We're there and we're going to go round and through there in between those two islands. We're going to go round and between those two islands. It's only 5:15. I've got 3/4 of an hour of daylight left and I'm going to get to Lindeman. I know where I'm going in Lindeman, so that's fairly simple. In the dark. I see 3 catamarans anchored in here. There's 2 in that bay and 1 down the bay I anchored in when I had the rubber dinghy alongside. Somebody else's rubber dinghy towing on the back. Came round here in the dark, in between the islands. Well, we've gone through the gap between Linney and Goldsmith, and we're heading towards the big hills Carlisle, and then the other one is Brampton, and I haven't decided where I'm going to anchor yet. I'm just going to point and see where I can end up. Between Carlisle and Brampton would be really good, but if I can't point there in the end, I'm going to go round the back of Brampton and anchor there, where I know I'll get a comfortable night, but I'm just losing about 3 nautical miles to windward, which I don't really want to do, because I'd like to head off tomorrow to Carlisle, if weather permitting. We're cracking along at about 6 knots, so we're going to arrive in the dark, but that's all right. And having a good time. Kind of halfway between Brampton and Goldsmith now, and you can see in the gap there, that's where Shore Island is in the background. We're having a good sail, and the sun's gone down behind the clouds. Not very nice sunset. I want to go over there tomorrow, Cockermouth if I can, if the weather's good enough. It's kind of my favourite island actually, and I never can get there very often, so I don't know if we'll get there, but we'll try. Becoming dark now, and that's the light from the moon. We're just passing 2 little rocks here called Fingers and Thumb. Like in reality. Going in there for the 12 meters and then I'll drop my anchor. Well, I'm anchored. Last night I came in and anchored at Carlisle Island. Behind Carlisle Island. It's been a good night here. I'm in 11 meters of water. Sun's just coming up over this, over Carlisle. And tucked in there's the Brampton Resort, which is closed